Today I've got from Cannonau Riserva is a Cannonau, which we've had Cannonau on here before. I then closed on the 24th. That was the 23rd was the last day open, 24th closed. I stayed closed for 9-10 days. I reopened on the 2nd of January. For me, the best cigar.
And we're back. So this is the first video that we're doing at January 2025. We took some time off, but we're back with Savoring Success podcast. I'm here, Lizardo, and Ricardo.
I thought you were going to forget my name then.
No, man. We got Ricardo here. How are you, man?
Good, man. Good. 4th podcast in.
I know.
Number
it's crazy.
4.
Crazy, man.
Shit.
We did take a little break off.
Yeah, it was Christmas, man.
It was Christmas. We got to spend it with the time,
December,
with the family and stuff.
Jam-packed at December.
Yeah.
And you, clearly, at times would not align, would it?
Yeah. But it was also good to have a little break and spend it with the kids and the family.
Yeah. I mean, I closed the restaurant as well for 9-10 days, so that was
surprised.
nice. That was nice.
Surprised about
I know, I do regret it. I wish I should. There was 2-3 days, I was driving into town and there was like the big queue to go to St. David's and I'm thinking, oh, do you know how many people would have been in Cardiff I should have opened?
Yeah, but you got to spend time with
I know,
the
you just got to close your eyes and get on with it, but it's what it is.
Anyway, it is the first video. We're back. We hope you guys all have Happy New Year. Yeah. And let's get on with it, man. So,
let's do it.
Again, as usual, we're going to pair a cigar with some wine, and we have a couple of topics we want to talk about throughout the video, throughout the podcast. I hope we can keep you guys entertained, and let's start.
Let's do it, man. Shall I start with the wine?
Tell me about your wine.
The wine that I brought today. So I said in the other podcast, I usually work with a cantina called Dolianova, but I'm having a bit of issues, to be honest, bringing it into
the UK.
The UK, logistically. Sometimes the best things happen by accident, don't they? Yeah. And because of that, I ended up having to work with a different cantina. And I've come across some of their wines, and this is how I come across this one. Cannonau Riserva is called. Wines I'm only getting 2 or 3 from them. So the main Vermentino, which just as I was about to put it live, because you asked me about the link.
Last video.
They went out of stock of it. I said, for God's, it's the point of the podcast, right? We talk about the journeys and the struggles. But yes.
It's business, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, but that's apparently coming back in a couple of weeks. And then shortly, I'm going to estimate a couple of months after that, I will start again with Dolianova.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Hopefully it won't take that long, but I think it most likely, realistically, probably will. So, today I've got from Cannonau Riserva is a Cannonau, which we've had Cannonau on here before.
Yep.
Maybe the first podcast.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, which was also a Blasio Riserva. Which is, so usually the Riserva means that it's been aged in French oak barrels.
Okay.
So this is also what this is from a different cantina.
All right.
Which Cannonau is basically a Sardinian Grenache. The grape is Grenache.
Okay.
Grown in Sardinia, they call it Cannonau. And that is the flagship red grape of the island.
Okay.
They usually say that is linked to longevity.
Nice. So we're going to drink a lot of it.
The grape has got thick skin and there's a lot of antioxidants in the grape.
Okay.
The characteristics of the wine is like dark berries, forest fruit, that kind of thing. Cannonau typically is quite like a full-bodied grape.
Okay.
But you can get some lighter Cannonaus. And this one seems to be a bit more of a medium body. So it's a little bit almost lighter on the body compared to the other Cannonau that we had.
Yeah, the other one was quite full body.
Yeah, it was a very full body.
Tannins.
Yeah, exactly. So this is more of a medium body. There's good tannins in there, not as much as the other one. So you could drink this on its own. Doesn't have to be with food, I reckon. But it's probably, I would say it's better with food. Our food today is cigar.
Cigars. There's no cheese today.
That's
just
it.
Cigars. So again, it's a Sardinian wine. Although from a different cantina, it is Sardinian.
From Sardinia,
grape.
yeah, and Riserva as well. So it's been aged in French oak barrels as well for a couple of years.
Okay. And we're going to pair that with a Kolumbus, which is one of your favorite cigars that I have on the website.
I've said this on the other podcast, right? This finally in.
Finally in after a long wait. I think, again, same issue as you.
Yeah.
It was getting into the country. They're only from Spain, so like yours is from Italy, but this cigar comes from Spain, and we again had long wait for it, but it's finally here. You normally have the Robusto. Today I have the short Robusto, which a Petit Robusto, sorry, which is 4x50 ring gauge, and similar blend as the Robusto. The filler is from La Breña, which I've explained in previous videos. Is a tobacco that is grown in Spain, one of the islands of Spain, the Canary Islands. The wrapper is Nicaraguan Oscuro. And this one is about 30 minutes. So we chose something short because it is freezing here in the UK. There's snow, ice, it's cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
And this is an outdoor building, so although we can warm it up, it doesn't get as warm as inside. And we have to have ventilation. Anyway, we're going to freeze if we smoke something bigger. We decided for something smaller, but the blend is still the same as the Robusto. This is just going to be about 30 minutes, whether a Robusto is about 45 to 50 minutes, depending on how you smoke. You always like this, so I hope you also enjoyed this, although a bit shorter. There you go, man.
Thank you. They are literally,
That's
for
your favorite
me,
cigar.
the best cigar.
So earlier I did this is the second podcast I record today. Earlier I did a video with Kurosh. If you don't follow that, it is on my daily channel, daily cigar channel. And he also tried the Simon Beltré, the Andullo, which you also like, but
the one we had last time.
Yes.
The elegant.
No, that one is the
Aladino.
Aladino.
Yeah.
The Andullo is a Dominican cigar, and he said that was his favorite cigar of all the ones we smoked till now. So anyway, I'm just cutting the cigars, and I like yours one first. On this cigar, we should find notes of coffee, cedar, and some sweet notes, maybe some honey and stuff. It is a full body cigar, so I thought it would work well with your red wine today. Let's see how it pairs, because all the videos that we do, he tells me the flavor profile of his wine, and I find the cigar that should pair nice with it. I know this is maybe an easy, say like a cop out, because you already like the cigar, but it doesn't mean that it's going to pair well with the wine.
No, not necessarily. But I mean, I would happily smoke this cigar for the rest of my life.
On his own.
On his own.
On his own.
But like I said, there's all these cigars going around for whatever price they're going for. But you know what? I would take this over anything.
It's a really nice cigar.
Yeah.
So what kind of notes should we find in your wine, man?
It's nice, this one, because it's not as full bodied as the other one. So you could, like, I could have a glass of this easy at lunchtime.
Okay.
You know? Yes, good on the tannins. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
See, I really like it. Especially compared to, the other. The other one.
Very fruity, man. Very fruity.
Very.
A lot of berries. A lot of berries. But it is still full body. It's not that it's weak.
No.
Really nice.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Like I said, everything has its place, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it really depends on what you're eating,
So
what you're doing. But,
that was a good find.
Blasio is the one that I was using from Dolianova, which again is fantastic. It's a fantastic red. But there's a lot more kind of leather, tobacco kind of.
That's good with a steak.
Yeah,
Fatty
yeah.
steak.
It's got a lot more body to it. Whilst this is similar, there's not so much kind of that dark balsamic-y leather notes to it. It's
Very
a bit
fruity.
more concentrated on the berry kind of notes, When you're talking about Cannonau, they can literally be a blend of Cannonau.
Okay.
So Cannonau, what will determine the flavour is depending on where it is grown on the island or the location, which then you could take a bit of Cannonau from up in the north, you could take a bit of Cannonau from down in the south, you could blend it and then make a different one.
So they keep the same grape?
It's still Cannonau, it's still 100% Cannonau or whatever grape that you're using.
Okay.
Some people blend grapes then, you can get Shiraz mixed with Merlot. These different type of things, you can blend grapes. I was using a wine, again, from Dolianova, which is called Terrasici, which is Sardinian Barbera. Barbera Sarda, it's called,
You mentioned that one before.
That is 100% Barbera Sarda. But, in general, you would use that grape to blend with other things because it's quite powerful. It's got a lot of robust notes to it. It's full-bodied, so you use that grape to give a bit of a body to something. You could blend that with a Shiraz or something, to give it a bit of body, because Shiraz is quite a light grape. With the Cannonau, different Cannonau's from different cantinas can taste not completely different, because the grape is still what the grape is.
But it's the way they process the grape and the blends they do and the aging.
How long they age it, where they age it, what barrels they use, the soil that's grown, the weather that year can change the flavour of the grape as well. Yeah,
the terroir, yes, because it's similar to cigar. So you have sometimes the same plant, the same seed kind of thing, but it's grown in different, like in a valley and then up in the mountains or high altitudes or low, whatever, and it changes the. It
does big time. Unfortunately, like I said, the weather does play a part as well, which you can't always control. You can't control that part.
But let's get on with the podcast, man. Tell me a little bit about your current business affairs and let's catch up.
Current business affairs. We're just coming off the back of December, right? So I then closed on the 24th. That was the 23rd was the last day open. 24th we closed. I stayed closed for 9-10 days. I reopened on the 2nd of January. Yeah, so it was nice to have that little break. Spent it with the kids, with the family, stay at home. I did obviously crack on with some work, naturally. I still got the e-commerce that was still going on.
How's that going?
Good. Like, I haven't got the wines in. So it's come to the point, I think I sold out of everything like towards the end of November.
Okay.
I think it was. I missed a good period where I could have sold for Christmas, but it is. They're problems I suppose you come across, and next year I'm not going to make the same mistake.
Order earlier.
Make sure you got order earlier. You got double. I also don't use a bonded warehouse, which a lot of wine importers do. So I literally pay the duty up front when it comes into the country, which is a big cost.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll look into that. It's all learning curves, trial and error. But I won't make that mistake again. I will make sure I have it for next year for the busier period, especially. So we reopened on the 2nd, which went well, I guess. And then it's just into the January mode is completely different to the December. Right? Yeah. So now it's quieter, slower. So now it's watch the stock, make sure you're not buying too much, watch the hours of the staff, make sure you're not spending too much. So it's like flip completely the other way now. In order to just keep within all the profit margins and the expenses and whatnot.
Yeah, similar situation with me. So the online business during Christmas was really good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, actually, because it had been quiet and then it picked up, but it gone quiet again. So order from Sarda and from Toro Puro. I'm joking.
I'm not. Order.
But no, it's normal, isn't it? Like everybody buys for Christmas. You have the parties. You have people, wanting to give a gift or something. We had actually a lot of the orders we had. We could see that they were gifts. And there was a couple of orders where they just went for like a couple of the ranges of the cigars. That was really cool because you become part of that. Like you're making somebody happy basically. Well, I don't know. That's how I felt because it was a lot of women ordering and probably ordering for the partner, and then you think, oh, they're going to be happy. I chucked something in extra, a little gift. So the husband is going to be happy about a nice cigar selection and stuff like that. So that was really cool. But yeah, now it's a bit quiet, and which is kind of good because it gives you time as well to think about it, to plan, to learn a little bit, fix any issues that came up or anything. So yeah it's all slowly ticking.
The first few years of doing it is literally lessons. You'll make mistakes, you'll do stupid things, and in the end you go, why did I do that?
Oh, my packaging is finally arriving, man.
Yeah? This one?
Yeah. So these are the samples.
Very nice bags.
It was meant to be with us from the moment we paid 4 to 5, 6 weeks max.
Yeah.
It's been 2.5 months and it still hasn't arrived.
That's what happens.
Any orders made after end of next week will go in with our new packaging, and I think people are going to enjoy that.
I think I said it on the last one, I said if a cigar package arrived to me with those bags, I would think that was what we'd say in Britain, the dog's bollocks.
The whole presentation thing.
Yeah, it's really nice. So
going to be quite
definitely
nice.
Worth it, which is, I can't fault you what you're doing. You're providing a lot of value there for the typical cigar smoker.
Well, I just want to, give people the experience.
Yeah.
Experience something nice. So I believe it all goes from the moment like you log on to the website to the moment you smoke your cigar.
Yeah.
All the way through, I want you to have a good experience and enjoy it. Don't have
100%.
any. All the Christmas offers went out. Haven't had any bad feedback. Actually, I had good reviews on the website and a couple of emails.
Yeah.
Thanking me for the little gift that we put on the...
What about Cigar Lounge? Would you ever do that?
Well, in Wales, we cannot open one.
There are some.
No cigar lounges. So there's only one cigar shop.
As in that you can smoke indoors?
Yeah, so there's only one cigar shop in Wales.
Cigar shop? Yeah. In Wales?
In Wales.
No.
Yeah. And then that had a cigar lounge, and it was closed because the Welsh government doesn't believe on you gotta taste the cigar, which is the loophole that they use in England.
Right.
So you are going to buy a box of cigars that's going to cost you, I don't know, say £500.
Yeah.
You want to try it before you take £500 worth of cigars home. That's the loophole. But obviously people just come in and they'll just smoke one cigar and they don't have to buy the box. But in here in Wales, they were like, nah, that doesn't play with us, and they don't want you to open a lounge. The only way we could open a lounge, I think it was 80% fresh air got to come in. So basically, it's outside.
Well, I knew a guy who runs. I mean, I still know him, that Facebook friend kind of thing. I met him once. Lovely guy. He has an event kind of based place where he runs events from it, and he was creating. I should probably ask him. Really, I haven't spoken to him for a while. He was creating a lounge within the event place to smoke cigars, but when he was telling me about it, he said there was a lot of hoops you have to jump through in terms of the ceilings have to be X amount of meters high. There has to be a certain amount of ventilation coming in.
Yeah, so that's the thing. There's got to be enough, like a certain percentage of clean air in the room.
Right. Also, it had to be a membership based.
Yeah.
So you had to have a card, which you would touch the door and then the door opens. It was something to do with that. There was a lot of laws and legislations on it.
I looked into it, and obviously we're starting. So one of the things we also tried not to have is much overheads.
Is that the idea, though?
Well, my idea is to Toropuro being online, we're going to cover the whole of the UK.
Mm-hmm. The question people usually ask is, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah.
We'll come on to that after. But goal setting, I mean, have you be in the New Year's, January, have you set yourself goals for this year coming?
Yeah, man. So
short term, long term, I don't know, things you want to do now, things you want to do by the end of the year.
I run the Daily Cigar YouTube channel and stuff, yeah? So that's my community, okay? So my goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers in the YouTube channel, which will mean that we'll have a good community. Then we also have this channel. So I would like this channel to grow at least to 5,000. By next year, I would like to have 5 brands that are importing to the UK myself, like the Kolumbus that I already have, the Simon Beltre.
Yeah.
So I want 5 brands, and I would like to extend the range of Cuban cigars and New World cigars on the website, as well as all the accessories and stuff.
Yeah.
When it comes to like 5 years goal, I was thinking maybe in 5 years we'll start launching the lounges.
Put a studio in there as well.
Yeah, so going with the YouTube channels, I gotta basically have enough cash flow. I would like to open a proper studio, proper warehouse where I could have the warehouse downstairs,
How many
studios
subs are you
upstairs.
on now on your Daily Cigar?
2,500 subscribers.
It's not unrealistic.
No, it's not realistic. You have your goal, and then you have milestones, how you're going to achieve the goal. And the way that I see, obviously, the channel growing is by creating more content.
Yes.
So I just need to get my head down. I've been planning a lot of new content, speaking to people who I want to bring on to do interviews and things like that, collaborations. And that should push me to get to at least 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
What about you?
Oh, a lot, to be honest. I have a habit of biting off more than I can chew,
Tell me about it.
It's where to even start with it. A lot of the goals, right? I'm also not the type of guy that waits till
January to start.
Yeah, I mean, when I want to do something, I have this habit. If I can't get out of my head, I have to start it, right? And I just get on with it and I start it. I'm not the kind of like diet starts Monday kind of guy. I just end up starting it tomorrow. There's a lot of things I've already cracked on with and got on with that I wanted to do. Even being November, December, the busier kind of months for me in the restaurant. For the restaurant, the goal remains the same, and I just keep improving myself and keep doing what I'm doing.
You added new dishes.
Yeah, I'm always changing dishes, changing menus, adding in new wines, doing things different, finding what works better. I think that's just, the restaurant game is just a bit of a monster game in itself. That's one wheel turning. The other one is, which goes hand in hand with that, is just content. For me, it's just content. I used to have an old YouTube channel, which was a fitness-based channel. I've brought that back.
Listen to this.
It used to be a day in the life kind of vlog channel when I was doing the fitness stuff. And I stopped that. The last time I posted on that was like 5 years ago. I brought that channel back, but as a day in the life vlog channel within the restaurant, being a chef and restaurateur. 10, 15-minute vlogs of just a typical day, what's going on. The first one I'd done Friday, I think it was, in December. Things that's going on in the day is constantly in, out, cooking, out, back in, meeting, cooking, restaurant in the front house, hello people, yes, but cooking, out, back. Cash and carries, this, back, suppliers. The second one is now coming out. It's just come out this evening. It was on a automated thing, 6 o'clock. Yeah, that was the second vlog. That was a Saturday, but in January, so you'll be able to see the difference as well. I would love to also get some form of like appearance on a, do you know, like Saturday Morning Kitchen or BBC Good Food, something like that. You know, showing some of the kind of Sardinian raviolis that we do on there.
Nice.
That's kind of a little personal goal there. Aside from the online wine, the e-commerce stuff, started another little online business, but I don't want to talk too much about that because I'm going to keep it under wraps until it becomes something, which I've also hired a mentor for. I will carry on building that in the shadows. That's my night shift job until 2-3 in the morning.
Non-stop for us, non-stop.
I know. Usual stuff then, the fitness, I'm just going to keep on top of that. I feel like I'm in a good place, like kind of fitness-wise, physique-wise.
Sexy guy.
Do my best.
Follow him on Instagram. He does, every now and then he does one of these mirror shots.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Well, I'm either in a suit or chef jacket.
Or in the gym.
Or in the gym. So then when I'm in the gym, I'm like, because for me, it's a lot to do with mindset.
Yeah.
More than physical right now. I'm in shape. I set that goal of getting back in shape, and I'm in shape. So for me, it's just about maintaining it and keeping that mindset.
Last couple of years, I concentrated on business and family, and then I left health behind.
Mm-hmm.
You did a little bit as well, but then you caught up really early. I just left it.
Yeah, I mean, I had a 2-year. I mean, having kids, bloody, was a big part of that. There was a good year or two there where, I suppose, there was never in my life, I've been training since I was like 17, 18, and never in my life have I had not gone to the gym for X amount of time. But there was a good year and a half where I just didn't go. That was it. I'm the type of person also, if I don't train and I don't eat, like I go really, really slim, really skinny. I'm naturally really skinny.
Yeah, I'm the other way around.
Yeah, or stress completely kills my appetite a lot of the time.
I'm the other way around.
So actually it's quite easier for me to get leaner.
Yeah.
Because when I'm stressed and high pressure and there's things going on, like I don't feel the need to eat.
When
some people do the other way around.
I'm the other way around.
Yeah, well.
I'm the other way around. So, and that's what happened. So I was busy working because I also have my day job business, and I was concentrated on that. And it's just yeah.
Yeah, starts up there, though, right?
Yeah, man.
What would your advice be to help someone set up achieving a goal, like daily habits, mindsets? They know what they want to do, and every time they try it, they give up after a week.
So basically, it's like you just asked me, where do I see my business next year? Okay, so that's a goal. I said to you, to achieve the goal, there's like little milestones.
Yeah.
Under that, I think is the habits.
Yeah.
Yeah, because slowly you chip away to get to where you want to be in a year time, for example. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all busy and we have the family and stuff. You hardly ever have really time to sit down with a piece of paper and plan things out. You know you have plans. It's all in your mind. You have your own roadmap, but it's easier when you write it down.
Do you do that?
Well, I've never done it, but I did it this Christmas.
It's easier when you do it. Have you done it? No, I've never done it.
Well, it is easier because I know what I want to be in, and I know the milestones I want to get. But sometimes when you're going fast at it, you might skip something or you jump and you're like, oh, I should have done that before. So now it's easier to have a roadmap kind of thing. If you write it down, you step by step, kind of. You don't have to go full on detail.
Yeah, there are a lot of people, like there's people in my family that work that way, and they always say to me, why don't you write down a plan? Why don't you do this? And I'm like, well, but my mind...
Well, it's not the whole... I just didn't go down writing a whole plan and stuff. I just think...
Some people operate that way.
Yeah,
that might actually be beneficial for some people.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't do it that way. I'm not... Yeah, I'm more of a mind... I'm creative, so on the moment I'll create... Like, I'm creative. So I don't have to put it all like step by step, but since I wrote it down and I said, okay, so I gotta hit these milestones. The next step for me was how to slowly chip away to get to the milestones, and then it was like a routine.
Yeah.
Okay. I really believe that routine really helps you, and I know I struggle with routine. Again, I think when people are creative, you have an imagination, you have an idea, and you want to do it now.
Yeah.
So a routine sometimes is hard to keep.
Yeah. Do you know, for me, I think it'll lead us nicely onto something else now, but you have to really visualize what it is that you want. You have to literally believe it. And this is then when people talk about, when it became a fashion then at one point, like a year or two ago, the whole law of attraction stuff, right?
Yeah.
But
I truly believe on that, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. In a way, you have to really believe it. It's like you have to become the man that you want to be before you become the man that you want to be. So you have to literally visualize it and become that first.
Yeah.
Like an athlete is an athlete far before they actually become a pro athlete.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You have to live, think, and be like a pro athlete before you're a pro athlete.
What you just said now, a pro athlete is a pro athlete before he is an actual pro.
Yeah.
Because he's already doing that.
Exactly.
So when you visualize yourself as
You
a
change
business
you change your
owner
mindset.
or a fit person or anything like this, then you start behaving like that person. And
Which is then when we talk about daily habits.
yeah, yes.
Because you start doing the things that you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you're right.
Before you even become.
Going back to my plan thing, it was that. So my thing was to find out who I want to, where I want to be, the goals I gotta hit, and then who that person is.
Yeah.
So when I wrote it down, I imagined it better.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're doing a lot of things at the moment. We have our own business, then we have YouTube, then we have this.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, content creation takes a lot of time.
It's a full-time job, man.
It's a full-time job. It takes a lot of energy. And that's what I was going wrong. So I was just like running around, having different hats, not knowing really who I wanted to be in a year.
Yeah.
So now that I visualized it, I wrote it down, I visualized it.
Did you write it down?
Yeah, I wrote down.
You did write it down?
Yeah.
So you do write down?
Well, only this is the first time, bro.
Oh, okay.
Again, you know, I've been in business for a long time and stuff, but we're always learning.
Yeah.
So I've tried it my way.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to try another way.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit more organized.
Yeah.
Because in my head, there's like so many things. It's a bit of a disorder. That's why I'm a bit of a clean freak, and I like things tidy, and I like things because my head is busy. It's like at home, for example, with my wife and the kids. Sometimes we struggle because I don't like mess. I like my car. I don't have anything on my car. It's like empty because my mind is so busy. My wife is like, "Why are you so freaked out about this?"
Yeah.
Because it's already busy here.
Yeah.
I don't want to see more busyness. Now that I've written it down and put it down on paper and visualize it better, I know who I am, who I want to be, and is it easier to get there. But I totally agree with your point of becoming the person.
Yeah.
Like I see myself as a healthier person. I'm healthier this year than I was last year. And my business is doing really well.
Yeah.
Because you already have the mindset of that business person.
Or even just believing that you're going to, if someone's earning 20, 30 grand a month and then you say, well, I want to be pulling 50 grand a month. And you think, well, how are you going to do it? There's a couple of ways you go about it, right? Some people are the type where they go, well, I'm going to write a plan, I'm going to do this. The only problem I have with that, about writing the plans, is life can sometimes be a bitch.
Yes.
It never goes to plan.
I agree with you.
Never,
and that's
ever
why I
goes
never
to-
wrote a plan.
Never goes to bloody plan. Maybe it's better for short-term stuff, but in terms of, if I was to write like a 5-year plan, I guarantee in 2 years' time, you've completely gone off course and you're not even on the plan, because life through so many... I always say that if you want to become the best in your field, you have to take every single lick and hit of that industry. You have to take every hit of that industry to become the best. You have to know every angle to overcome and every problem. So you have to be able to foresee it and oversee it and, climb up that mountain and over those problems to solve it. You can't always know how to do that just by writing stuff down. Well, I'm going to do this, and then that means the result of that is going to be this. So I'm going to... It doesn't work.
This is the good thing of our conversations. We have two different mindsets, and we do things... We kind of want to get to the same place, but we do it differently,
Yeah.
So I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because writing a plan to me was useless. Shit ain't gonna work out like the way you just write it down, yeah? But what I realized, because last year I didn't write it all down, but I did have a couple of things down, yeah? When life fucks around, if you have something written, not written down, but you have a goal, okay? Then you can get back on track. Because what was happening to me in the previous years is, like you just said, you have a 5-year plan and then you realize in 2 years, shit changed. It can change. Of course it can change. But if you have a goal, like for example, I want to have lounges all around the UK in 10 years. Yeah? maybe unless the law comes in and like not allowed, yeah, other stuff will come up. Money, a lot of things will come up. But if I have that goal set, then no matter what happens, I will always be chipping away to get to that goal.
Why do you have to write that down?
No.
Like if that's your goal, that's in your head, then you visualize it.
But that's what I said. So you don't really have to write it down, but you have to have the goal.
Right, yeah.
Yeah? To me, having the goal, like knowing where you're going, have a destination, so that even if it's rainy or there's a tree on your way,
you'll find a way.
You go around it. But what happens is a lot of people who don't plan ahead, yeah. I have 5-year plans, very kind of vague, and then like a 3-year and a 1 year. 1 year is the one I need
Focus
to get,
on.
because that 1 year one will get me to the 5 years.
Yeah.
At the other year, I will add another year and stuff. Yeah. But what happens is, some of us go through life, and this was me when I was younger. Go through life, and you kind of know what you want to do, but you don't have a real goal or a real destination. And then, you wanted to be an astronaut, and then you ended up washing dishes because something happened.
Well,
and you
I do think
forgot.
sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board. Sometimes life hits you like that, and you drop. You might end up washing dishes.
Yeah.
But if you visualize it and you generally see that that's the person
exactly. So you need to have a goal, and you need to
100%,
visualize.
100%.
So that's what I'm trying to get at. And the whole thing about this year planning stuff out, it was to organize myself. Because there's a lot of things going on. I want to make time for everything. Because my issue was, I only have 24 hours.
Yeah.
And I need to try and fit as much as I can. And also, what I've also learned is that writing it down, I managed to remove a lot of things that I was doing, thinking that I was going towards my goal, but I'm just wasting my time. By kind of doing the roadmap, like writing it down, I realized I was wasting my time with a lot of things that they were helping. But if I concentrate more like on the YouTube channel, like 2-3 things, really concentrate, put my head down on those, it's going to work.
Yeah.
Instead of doing here, doing a bit there, doing this and that, just wasting time. You're always busy, but you're not really
busy doing nothing.
Yes. And,
I just think as long as you're being productive with what you're doing, though.
Yeah, but I was always busy. I was productive. I was always doing something. And I thought those little things were going to help me. But now that I've written them down and looked at data and looked at things, I realized, no, actually, like, for example, some of the YouTube videos I was doing, useless.
But this is also part of the journey of becoming the person that you visualized.
And part of the journey.
This is part of the journey. You're meant to go through this journey to become the person.
So basically, I've spent.
That's what I'm saying.
2-3 years, and only this year is when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna actually.
Yeah, but you had to go through the journey of the last year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever.
But the whole point of the video was, if you said earlier, somebody young, so if you don't, so that you don't waste 3-4 years of your life.
I'm not saying to people waste the time, but I think the point is to truly visualize who and what you want to become.
Of course. So I am agreeing with you on that point.
And then you'll take the necessary actions for you personally required to become that person. Do you know you've got the problem with 24 hours? A lot of people sleep 8, 9, 10 hours.
Well,
sleep less.
I normally sleep 3-4 hours.
If I've got issues that I need to resolve, I can't sleep.
Yes. But I realized I became less productive. I started sleeping again. I was like.
See, I operate different. I become more productive.
But are you really doing stuff that matters, or are you just doing? Because I was sleeping 4 or 5 hours a day, a night, and I was doing all of these things.
But I think you adapt to it.
But the needle didn't move that much. And in the last 2-3 months that I've been sleeping a bit more, taking care of my health, and prioritizing what really matters, the needle have moved much faster to where I want it to go.
Is that just not because you've just been putting in the graph for this long and now it's finally
starting
to do shit?
I don't think so, no. Because we obviously Toro Puro started in October. Yeah. So that's a new venture. And in the last 2-3 months, month and a half.
You already created it to be something. And you've done that in the time that you were saying you slept less. You created something from nothing.
Okay, but you being a person who obviously takes care of your body, you also got to take care of your mind. You got to sleep.
I sleep better, though, when I know I've got shit done.
Yeah, but
like if I went to bed early, if I went to bed at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I generally go to bed feeling like I haven't done enough. I need to be doing something at least where I'm at the point where I'm so like, now I do need to go to bed.
Yeah, I understand.
Otherwise
that.
I can't. Otherwise I'll be laying in bed, and your mind starts going and thinking, yeah, but this and that, and I've got to do that tomorrow. I know I've got to do this and that. You start thinking like that. But when I've been working, just focused on concentrating on with like the ecom, which is why I do the ecom stuff in the night. When I finish in the restaurant 10:30, 11, 11:30, that's when I sit down on the laptop, and then I'm there till 2, 3 in the morning. You know, granted, after 3-4 days, it catches up with you, so maybe I will go to bed at midnight. Do you know what I mean? But 7 hours, if I actually have more than 7 hours, I feel worse. But 6 hours is optimal for me.
So I've been through that. Yeah, like you just said, Toro Puro, I launched it in October, but I was staying to 2-3 o'clock in the morning doing it because we have a day job, and then I was doing this in the evening, same as YouTube, editing till late and stuff. But all of that just made me tired.
I got no issues being tired though. I crack on just as hard.
It's fine, but then it catches up.
Yeah, then you have a day's sleep, and then you get on with it again. You do more. You do more.
I don't know. I really believe, and I've noticed it myself, so you guys take his point or my point.
Yeah.
The
moral of the story is just get shit done.
Yeah. So get shit done. Just have a good think. Are you doing the things that matter, or are you just being busy for being busy?
Being busy, doing nothing. Being busy, just being busy.
Check if you're using your time wisely in the things that matter. And if you can, because if you're young and you're still living at home, or you're still in uni and you want to do this as a side job or whatever, you might still have time to take care of your body and your mind.
I think that should have come first before anything. You should be eating right and going to the gym. I think that should come before anything. Because once those things are in place, it's like you develop this certain mindset where then everything else, like the hustle, the work,
helps a lot with the routine.
Focus, the drive, the motivation, it all comes off the back of that.
That helps a lot with the routine, and it helps a lot with
you feel good as well. When you feel good, you perform better.
Yeah. On that note,
yes.
Hope you guys had a bit of fun with us today.
Yeah.
The cigar was Kolumbus Negro.
You will not regret it. The best. I said I'm not a rep or a salesman, but I'm telling you, it is the best. We have two options on the website. We have a Robusto, and we have this one that we smoked today. As you could see, well, we're gonna cut this up and stuff, but it's about 20-minute, 30-minute smoke. Robusto is a bit longer. The blend is the same, so whatever you want, just decide how long you want to smoke it for and choose one. The wine has been Cannonau. It's a Cannonau Riserva, but this one is by Tenuta Lariosa. Usually I do it's called Blasio by Dolianova, but as a replacement for now, until the other one goes back in, Tenuta Lariosa, Cannonau Riserva. The two pair really well. If you guys are interested, I'm gonna leave the links below. But I hope you enjoyed it. To the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. Thank you very much.